my question is sort of related, obviously related to abortion, and it's centered around okay, so how can we help the mother once we know the baby's life isn't in jeopardy? Because a large reason, as you obviously know, why women get abortions is for a socioeconomic one. But as you recognize in your recent Busy Phillips piece, that doesn't justify the cost of the unique human life in the womb. But let's say in a dream society where the government recognized the life of all human beings, that abortion was illegal and these lives aren't in jeopardy and the value of a family is there. What are some ways conservatives or Republicans should advocate for or introduce legislation or non legislation to help those single mothers? Perhaps paid maternal leave of a limited amount or welfare or something. Again, given that abortion has already been illegal, how can a conservative government help women, or do you advocate for the status quo? What are your thoughts on that sort of thing?
Well, first of all, I think there are a lot of safety nets, of course, already in place. For sure. Now, I think that I don't go right to a legislation when I think about how to help people, especially someone in a dire situation like that, someone who I think needs, as well as material support, needs. Oftentimes, the women who go into Planned Parenthood, what they really need is for a human being to reach out and be a human to them and care and tell them it's going to be okay. You don't need to be afraid. When they go to the clinic, what the message they get is the exact opposite. It's basically, be very afraid, your life is over, this is the only choice you have, which is ironic because they pretend to be the pro-choice side, but of course, their message to women is you have no choice, you have to do it. And most women who get abortions is because they feel like they had no choice, not because they had a choice. Anyway, so what this is leading to is our pregnancy centers. There are pregnancy centers all over the United States in every major city. So that's what I would advocate is more support for pregnancy centers. Now, if Republicans were to talk about defunding Planned Parenthood and directing that money to pregnancy centers, that would be a great idea. There's a legislative idea I could definitely get behind. In lieu of that, while the Republicans are being cowards and even though they had the ability to defund the baby butchers, they decided not to. In lieu of that, we can, as individuals, make the free choice to support pregnancy centers and therefore women. So